Hello everyone, Luther Smith here. It is Thursday and today we're gonna do another tier list. This is going to be the last tier list maker video for a while. I'm not going to be doing this like weekly or like fortnightly, like until I can find other ideas. This is just filler because I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to be recording today, so I'm just going to be recording this. So let's actually get into it. This is going to be of the Resident Evil characters. I already did the games, not really the updated version because Resident Evil Village came out then. So let's just do the characters. So we got them all here, so let's have a look. I believe this to be Hunk. First off, I ain't seen yeah, I think like this is Hunk right here. That's the thing, is if it is Hunk, that he's like sort of like a mysterious character, like no one knows who he really is or who he works for. I mean, obviously it's Umbrella, but if he's still around today, who is his boss? Not particularly my favourite one, mainly because it's like there really needs to be a main game apart from Operation Raccoon City, which I don't really class as a main game because you get an option to kill off Leon, and it's like that's not really canon. Gonna give an A because it's a cool character, but it's like not really enough to go by. Ada Wong, I like the character, like a secret agent, a spy, working for like multiple people, delivering viruses to multiple people, multiple organisations. I think the last time that we seen of her was like in the chronological order was in like Resident Evil 6, and we don't know what happened to her after that. She was supposed to be in Resident Evil Village, but they cut her character out, so which is a shame because it would have been nice to see her in that one. I really do not mind Ada. She's a good character. I'm going to do an S. Albert Wesker, yeah. To be fair, he was always a good character, even though like he was like the main villain until Resident Evil 5, which ended up killing him off. The series kind of went downhill after that. I don't think they'll bring him back. They're doing a thing in this like live action series of Resident Evil where they like put like a different Wesker in there, but it's like a sort of canon, non-canon, different approach to the series. But really, I do not mind Wesker. He's an okay character. I really don't mind, but I need to put him as an A because it's not as good as an S. Alex Wesker, only in one game and mentioned in Resident Evil 5. She was actually in Resident Evil Revelations 2. Which is a shame because it's like it would have been nice to see her in other stuff. I know she was in what was that one? It came free with Resident Evil 3 remake. But Resistance, was it like Resistance? I think it was, yeah. Again, it's a bit like Wesker. She's an okay character, but it's like not really in enough stuff for me to like put her up that high on the list. But really, she's still out there somewhere, like she's in like a different mind. So, tell you what, I'll do an A because I'm nice. Now, this character is from the CG series of films. The Russian guy, I think it was like Damnation, my favourite one of the three. Like bad guy turned into good guy, but by the end of it, I really like this character. He was a good character in it. So I tell you what, I'll give it an S because it's like superior. Now, Alexia Ashford. Again, really good villain. It's like, I really don't mind it. This one again. Like only in Code Veronica had a decent story, like backstory. So really not that bad, to be fair. Tell you what, let's give it an A though. Alessa Ashcroft, I think it's like from the Outbreak series. Basically a journalist writing news articles. Obviously that's what journalists do. Only in the Outbreak series, and was mentioned as the journalist behind the newspaper clipping from Resident Evil 7, talking about the Delvey the Delvey mansion and the what happened in Raccoon City. She had a bit of a backstory, but it's like, yeah, kind of like left her. I'll tell you what, B. What was the name of this character again? It was one of those really forgettable characters that I can't remember the name of. She was in Resident Evil Degeneration, the first of the CG films. Anglia. Angie is like another one of Leon's fancy girls that he sort of tried to get with because he's like simping over all the women. Again, owning like one thing, so I can't really rank it too high. You know, I did that one. Not a bad character. It's like Leon's sidekick in that film, or apart from Claire. Tell you what, I'll have to do a B because I can't rank it any higher. Annette Birkin, again in one game, but she was a good character in it. She was a good character in that game. They could have like expanded her story a bit, let her live for a little bit longer, but they had to like make it same. I mean, I'm talking about Resident Evil 2 remake. That they could have gave her some like more backstory, but they unfortunately they didn't. They gave her more scenes in it, but no like proper backstory. But I like the character. Not a bad character. So I'm gonna give an A. Ark Thompson. One game he was in, Resident Evil Survivor, the shortest game of the Resident Evil series. I really hope they bring him back. They won't, but they need to bring him back. But I don't know if he's like dead or alive at the minute, because there's like they're doing nothing with him. Like the only game we saw him in was Survivor, and that was set in 1998. Haven't heard of him since. But apparently a friend of Leon. Not a bad character, but I can't rank him like high or anything. So tell you what, I'll do a C. Ashley Graham, annoying bitch. However, somewhat helpful, hopefully, in the remake of Resident Evil 4, which they are doing. They'll make her more interesting, but in the one that's out now, out for the past ages, she was just annoying, like very annoying. It's like President's daughter, and they made her like really annoying to listen to. The Barry Burton father. He was only in 2 games, which was Resident Evil Remake, obviously the remake of it, and Resident Evil Revelations 2. Really good character. I'll have to do an S right there. Let's bring it out. There we are. Umbrella. This was in like Operation Raccoon City. I don't like it. I have to do this. And again, it's like I hardly played that game, so I can't rank them anyway. Billy Coen. Again, only in Resident Evil 0, and that was like 95 that game was set, and you never heard of him since. He basically goes a separate way at the end of the game, and you never even hear from him ever. They could have made him, like, added him into like more stuff, but they didn't. Like, he had so much potential to be in newer Resident Evil games, but unfortunately he didn't. There was speculation that he was actually Nemesis, but that wasn't proven. That was just rumours. But decent character. A Boris Menzies from Resident Evil 4, the basically the boss character of the village stage. Interesting character, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they said that he used to be like a priest before he like got infected by the Los Plagas. So he, like, even like the infected stage, he's still like the ruler of the village. Not a bad character, but like not as good as an A, so I'm gonna have to do a B. Brad Vickers, I'm gonna have to put him up somewhere. Like, yeah, okay, I'll be nice to give him in this, because like he was only in like Resident Evil 1, even though he like chickened out and he buggered off. But he came back for like Resident Evil 3 when like Jill was stuck in the city, and he ended up helping her, and he actually did like save her in Resident Evil 3 remake. He risked his life to keep her safe. Chief Brian Irons, the arsehole of Resident Evil 2 and 2 remake. I like what they've done with him in Resident Evil Remake 2 remake. I like the actual stage that they set for him, like the orphanage stage where you have to like be stealthy and like try and evade him. Not a bad character. They made him like really more nastier. They give him more of a dark side in the remake. I need to put him high as an A. Bruce McGivern, Dead Aim, that game, set in 2002, I believe, 2002 or 2003. I know the game was released in 2003. Again, what the hell happened to him? We don't really know. We don't even know if he works for like the Raccoon City, or he used to work for there. I don't know. That's the only thing. Is like, I don't really like this character either. I have to do a C right there. Carla, basically the clone of Ada in Resident Evil 6. Interesting boss battle. I might put her like an A or a B. I'm not quite sure. Like, she was like a total like wanting to destroy the world and have the new virus infect the entire planet in like her vision, and like her and Simmons' vision. Basically power hungry, a bit like Wesker, but even worse. But it won't match Wesker really. I'm gonna have to give her a B right here. Is that that's Carlos Oliveira. A good character, only in one game though. Don't even know what happened to him after 3. However, decent character, and this is the actual yeah, I believe this is the Umbrella Chronicles version of him. Out of all of them, I quite like the original version of him. It's like the remake version is cool, but the original version is quite nicer. I need to give an A to him. Oh god, they had to use this version of Chris, didn't they? Okay, this is the Resident Evil 7 version of Chris Redfield. They could have used like the newer one. However, this is probably ain't been updated for a bit. Basically Chris Redfield, he's in like almost every single Resident Evil game. is like a top guy. Like everyone like wants him in their games. Like strongest boulder punching arsehole as Chris. He's not my favourite character. That's the thing. He is not my favourite Resident Evil character. That's the problem. I can't really give an S. Tell you what, I'll do a B because he's not my favourite one. I can't even give him an A. What's her name? I haven't really played much of Outbreak to really understand the characters in it. Because I played it like years ago, but I didn't really get into it. I'm not quite sure. This is like the waitress, isn't it? Yeah. Tell you what, let's see right there. Claire Redfield. This is my favourite character in the entire series. Claire Redfield. I need to give an S. It's like she's in the like the newest one she's in is like Revelations 2. And that was set in like 2012, 2015 I think. Clive O'Brien, basically the boss of the BSAA that Chris works for, like his branch, basically retires at the end of Revelations 1. Again, you never see him again. He did write a book that you can actually like see in Resident Evil 7, so that's a good little cameo right there. You don't actually play as him, but you see him in like cutscenes, and he's basically the one that tells people what to do. I'm gonna give a B though. Who's this? Oh, is this in Degeneration? Looks like the guy in Degeneration. Oh, what's his name? Her brother. Oh, I can't remember his name, but he was voiced by Chris Redfield's new sort of like Roger Craig Smith did the voice for him. Interesting character. Had like a bit of a sad backstory. It's like you kind of like feel bad for him, as like lost half his life in Raccoon City when it blew up. I need to give a C though, because like it's basically a G-Virus monster he turned into, and it's like all the same shit. Who's this? Who is this? It's a shame they put names on it. Oh, this is the oh, that's okay. That's the cop in when you play Resident Evil 2 remake. At the beginning of Leon's campaign, like scenario A, when you go into the gas station, he's the actual one that got munched in the gas station by a zombie. It's like, really, why did they include this character? But I think it's like every single character, hopefully. Okay, I'll give an A because like Leon did fuck up. I think it's like Claire as well, because they both had the same scenario. He ended up dying because like Leon just distracted him. Another character from Outbreak. That's the thing. I have to give it a C, don't I? Who the hell is this one? Is this from like Operation Raccoon City again? Meh. Derek Simmons. This one. Basically the main bad guy in Leon's campaign of Resident Evil 6. Interesting, not as good as Wesker though. I'll have to do a B. Chainsaw guy, really cool. Oh, it's like Resident Evil 1. He ended up getting shot by Wesker, not Edwards. Like the captain of the I think Bravo team or Alpha team, one of the two. Didn't really have much of a character involvement, because it's like he wasn't on screen for that much time, so I can't really rank him any higher. Tell you what, I'll have to do a B right there. Here we go, Ethan Winters. Oh, it's a shame what happened to you at the end of 8. High up, yeah. He's a father, and he's a should have Father of the Year, to be fair. What he went through to save his family. What is this? I don't even know what this is. What the hell is that? Oh, I might as well stick with this. Oh, that's oh, this is Evelyn, like the character, like the main enemy and like the main villain in Resident Evil 7. Also comes back in Resident Evil 8, but as like a flashback. Good character, like good character, good enemy, and actually had like a bit of a backstory as well. There's like, you do feel bad. There's like only wants like a mum and dad, and hates people that won't be her mum and dad. I tell you what, an A tier for that. Let me just pull it back. There we go. Eugenie from Revelations 2. Only in that one, unfortunately, dies in it. Not a bad one, I suppose. That's I tell you what, a B. Can I yeah. Is this correct? Have I got? Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Okay, next one is Acela Gioni from Resident Evil 5. Another character that is like betrayed by Wesker, basically stabbed in the back. Again, I'm not really keen on this character. To do it as C. Fong Ling from Dead Aim. To give it a C because again, even though that game is canon, I don't really like it as canon. Okay, another Operation Raccoon City character. No. Outbreak again. I can't remember the names of Outbreak characters. To do with that one there. Glenn Arias from Resident Evil Vendetta, the third of the CG films, and I think the last CG film. Again, he was like not really innocent, because I think he did like wrongdoings in the past, but his wedding day was bombed by Chris's team. It's a bit of a dick move to bomb a wedding like that. Lethal against him was cool, even though Vendetta was a little bit stupid doing the end of it. A B right there. Who the hell is this? Who the hell is that? I don't know who that is. Who is that? I don't know. But anyway, Helena Harper, Resident Evil 6, Leon's sidekick throughout his mission. Good character, not bad. Also a bit of trivia for you. The actual voice actress for Helena Harper is the same voice actress that does the voice as for Abby in The Last of Us 2. I don't know about this one. I'll have to give it a B right there. Oh, this is Hunk. This is Hunk right here, so I was wrong. Okay, I'll have to do that and then swap this down here, because this wasn't Hunk apparently. I thought it was. Okay. Ingrid Hannigan. Basically, it's like Leon's advisor throughout his missions. Not a bad character, and I do hope that she returns. Hopefully in this new Netflix series that's coming out next month. I'll have to give an A. Jack Baker, yeah, S definitely. Jack Krauser, I didn't really like the boss fight because it's more the same thing. Even though I'm doing it on Infinite Weapons. Resident Evil 4 he was in. I'll have to do a C with that. Jack Norman was his name. It's like Revelations 1. Again, it's like a terrorist character sort of thing. That's the only thing. I'm not really keen on this one. I have to do a D. Jake Mueller, Albert Wesker's son, even though we don't know who the mother is. I need to rank him high because he is a good character in the end of Resident Evil 6 on Sherry Birkin's campaign. I have to do an A for that. Now this is Professor James or Dr. James Marcus, only in Resident Evil 0. I quite like this character, really mysterious until we find out who it really was. I'll have to do an A for that. Jessica, I think her name was it? I can't remember. Kind of like a forgettable character though. The only problem is at the end of Revelations there was like an end credit scene where she like collects a virus, and basically that's about it. We don't know what happens to her or that virus strain. I'm gonna have to do a B. Jill Valentine. I need to do an S, don't I? Outbreak guy. Even though I quite like his dialogue, he says some funny stuff, so I'll have to do it and I'll see right there. Joe Baker. Basically Jack Baker's brother. I need to do an S tier for that. As that punching guy. It's really nice. Isn't this Josh Stone, like part of the BSAA South African branch, or West Africa branch? I think it was. Again, not a bad character. It's like Resident Evil 5. Like he was in the main game and the DLC, like Desperate Escape. I'm gonna have to do an A for that. Now, I think his name like Grinder in Revelations. Again, a cool character. I have to do an A. Kevin from Outbreak, another RPD officer. I quite like him more, so let me give him B right there. Lady Hunk. Lady Hunk, really? What game was she in? I don't think I've played as her before. I really don't know. May have been in 6 or I don't think 2. I don't know. I have to do a B. It's not really a canon character, it's just like that. Leon S. Kennedy, definite S. Cool character. Lisa Trevor, mutated Lisa Trevor. Kind of a sad backstory, like what happened to her, so you kind of feel bad for her. So I have to do an S tier for that. Lottie, the bear from, like the teddy bear from Revelations 2. A B. It's basically a teddy bear that can speak. Lucas Baker, crazy guy from Resident Evil 7. Decent character arc. Is like the only one that stayed sane enough so the virus didn't infect him, and then he got the antidote anyway so he wouldn't be infected. I'll have to do an A. Luis Sierra A. He's in Resident Evil 4. Again, as I see, don't care about that one. Marguerite Baker. It has to be an S. I quite like her. She's nice. Again, character from Resident Evil Vendetta. There was an ending scene. It's like where she could be in another film or game, but that didn't really go anywhere. But we don't know what's going to happen to her now. I'll have to do an A because I quite like that character. A B. I think he's pretty decent. He was an Outbreak as well. Let's see. Marvin Brenner helped Leon and Claire out. Unfortunately, died because he basically took a bite, and he zombified himself. I will need to give out a tier. I mean, it's not as good as any of these, but he is a pretty decent character. Is that the Merchant? Yeah, definitely S tier, like the Merchant. Mia Winters, A. Not as good as Ethan. Mikhail Victor. I'll have to do a B for that. Moira Burton, A character. Again, Revelations. I played Revelations once, and that was about it. I haven't touched it since. I can't remember the guy's name. I'll have to do a B because he is like the main enemy of it. Well, the main bad guy in it. You don't get to fight him. Morpheus Duval. I don't like him. That's the thing. It's like a cool enemy design, like a transgender enemy sort of thing. Like at the end of the game, like wants ultimate beauty for himself. So injected himself with that electric TG virus, and it turned him into a woman tyrant. So that's the thing. That's basically beauty for him. I'm not really keen on the character though, that's the only thing, so I'll have to do a D. Tyrant, A. I quite like this character. What should we do with Natalia? Even though she basically does get her mind swapped with, or a mind implanted from Alex Wesker. So she's really Alex Wesker now, so she's turned evil, and basically a cliffhanger after Revelations 2. So we don't know if Revelations 3 is going to continue that story or not. I will need to give an A tier for this. Neil Fisher, basically the boss of TerraSave, Claire Redfield's boss. Again, he fucked up because he wanted a sample and he wanted to be in a deal with Veltro, I think it was, and he kind of messed himself up by mutating. I'll need to do a B for this one. Nemesis, S. What character is this? Is that Nikolai? I don't know. It might be. Maybe they should have used like a newer picture for him though. An A tier, decent enemy, but a decent bad guy, not as good as an S. I really don't know this character. To do a C. Oswald, not Oswald E. Spencer. Lord Sadler Lee, basically the main bad guy in Resident Evil 4. Decent, not bad. Not really my favourite one. I have to do a B. Spencer, like Lord, not Osmond E. Spencer. Basically the founder of the Umbrella Corporation, even though he basically stole the logo from a cave in Romania. which we newly found out, because that was quite an interesting thing to find out. It's a shame there wasn't more backstory of him. It's like there should really be a Resident Evil game that goes like set back in the past where he was alive, so you get to see what he was up to, like developing viruses. So not a bad character. So I have to do an A for that. Parker, basically Jill's sidekick in Revelations. Decent one. You kind of feel bad for him at the end, but it all turns out fine. But not really my favourite one, so I have to do a B for that. Who is this character? I really don't know. Like, seriously, it's like, who is that? I don't know. Tell you what, B. I won't give it any lower because even though I don't know who it is, it might be a decent one. Piers Nibbons. Really sad thing that happened to him at the end of Resident Evil 6 Chris's campaign, but he does save Chris's life. Basically a hero. So I have to do an S for that. Yeah, it's going in S, yep. Who is this character? Is this oh, is this the other character from Revelations, like Grinder's sidekick? I'm not quite sure. To do an A. This one, I can't remember the name, but she ended up getting killed very early in Revelations, so I'm not quite sure really. Bit of a hard thing to kill really, because it chases all the time. It's a massive bullet sponge when it does mutate. Tell you what I see. Salazar. Ramon Salazar from Resident Evil 4. I quite like this character. Not a bad character, not a bad boss either. I have to do it in A though. Raymond. I can't really feel bad for this character because I don't really like the character so much. He looks like a clown and he doesn't even look like real. I have to do a C right there. Rebecca Chambers, only in Resident Evil 0, 1 and basically in Resident Evil Vendetta. But last time we see her was in Vendetta, and she's a scientist trying to make an antidote for new viruses. There's rumours that she's going to be in Revelations 3, so that'd be quite nice. Not really my favourite one. Sort of like trying to be Chris Redfield's girlfriend, but I'm not quite sure. Tell you what, an A right there. Richard Akin teamed up with Rebecca Chambers in the first Resident Evil game. Didn't really last for long, but decent character, so A. Robert Kendo. You gotta feel bad, cause in the remake there's like more character arc with him, even though he was only in like one scene, and in Resident Evil 3 as well. Like he got a feel for his like daughter, his like zombified daughter. In the end, he basically ends up killing himself in the in Resident Evil 2, so you do got to feel bad for him. So I have to do an S tier for that. Sergey from oh, what is it? Umbrella Chronicles. Interesting. Not really bad. It's like you only fight him as playing if you play as the Wesker campaigns, so not really a bad character. However, it's basically all run off, so I have to do a B. Sherry Birkin. I like this character. I don't know what happens to her after Resident Evil 6, and that was like set in like 2013, but decent character. I'll have to give an S. Sheva Olimar, A, really nice. I don't know who this character is. B, I can't make it any higher or lower than that. Again, another Operation Raccoon City character. Steve Burnside. Again, is another character that loses their life like quick. Like, doesn't really last long in the game that they was in, which was Resident Evil Code Veronica. I need to do an A because he was a decent one, and they should have let him live for at least another game. Resident Evil Damnation, the evil woman president of Ukraine or Russia, what they was in, I'm not quite sure. Not bad as a villain, I must say. I quite liked her character, like the way they done it as like a villain. So I have to do an A right there. Again, another plan. Tofu. Tofu is definitely an S, even though it was basically a joke. What character is this? I don't know. C. I really don't know who that is. Is that? Oh, is that Usenek from Resident Evil 3, Sherry Birkin's campaign? I don't know. It's like another generic giant enemy boss. And that game, that game had loads of giant enemy bosses that were so bloody annoying. B. Again, it's like another D tier. William Birkin, definite A or definite S. Who? Again, who are these characters? I haven't heard of them before. I do that as a C. Oh, what's her name? She's in Outbreak Fire 1 and 2. Yoko, I think her name was. We don't really know what happened to her afterwards, though. That's the only thing. Do a B because she's a cooler character than the others. Now, Zoe Baker. Again, it's like you basically save her at the end of Resident Evil 7, or in the DLC of Resident Evil 7. I want to do an A for right there. And why did they? Well, I suppose she is like a Resident Evil character. Basically Alice from the Resident Evil live action movies. D. Alright, so it's basically it for this tier list right here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video.